In this always on, non-stop crazy world, finding your inner calm can be as elusive as a butterfly in a tempest. Today we're exploring how you can cultivate your inner calm, regardless of what's happening around you. Let's get started, shall we? Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Project Joyful podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist and high performance coach. So hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy moment by moment. So hey, let's get started, shall we? In our non-stop world, finding inner peace can feel as elusive as a butterfly in a storm. Yet within each one of us lies an oasis of calm waiting to be discovered. So let's talk about what you can do to cultivate that calmness, even when you feel like you're surrounded by chaos. So let me start by asking you a question. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being, I have no idea that I'm amidst the chaos until I'm elbows deep in it, and 5 being, yes, I see the storm on the horizon and I adjust my sails. How adept are you at recognizing the impending storm? Are you taken by surprise only to become aware of the chaos once you're tossing and turning through the night? Or do you find yourself reacting disproportionately at work because, well, you're sucked into that low-level hum of agitation? Or do you notice you're carrying an extra load right now, so you increase your self-care by taking a warm bath with lavender oil and getting an early night? Do you dial in the nutrient-rich foods that you know your body especially likes, or up the ante on your adaptogen herbs? Your nervous system is designed to weather the storm that lands and then leaves. It's not this fragile thing needing to be wrapped up in cotton wool and protected from the elements. But you can make it easier on yourself by supporting your nervous system through making more resilience building blocks available. Here's what you're not being told by the experts. The goal isn't to run away from the storm. Your goal is to notice it on the horizon, step up, lean into the discomfort and weather that storm. Then when the storm is past, survey your ship and undertake any maintenance that's needed. So acknowledge the stress, but choose to steer your own course rather than letting stress steer your ship. You're not the chaos. You're merely the observer of the chaos. You may exist within it, but that's only for a moment in time. Think of your mind as a sky. Clouds may appear, some dark and heavy with rain. The wind may howl. But behind those clouds, you'll find clear blue sky. Your job is to focus on that constant calm blue sky, rather than the fleeting turbulence of the clouds. So we mentioned a few self-care options for you when you're bracing yourself in anticipation of the chaos. But there's one particular somatic or body-based practice that will make all the difference. And that's mastering your calm using the power of your breath. Here's why. When you're anxious or upset, you tend to take short, quick breaths. We use our intercostal muscles, which live between our ribs and our chest wall. Now you'll notice that you're using them because when you take a deep breath in, your shoulders will lift up and move towards your ears. Do it often enough and it becomes a habit. The challenge with shallow breathing is that it can make you feel anxious. It's just physiology. So we need to retrain our breathing process. So first of all, slow that breath down. Rather than short, sharp intakes of breath, bring long and breathe slow. And make the out-breath longer than the in-breath. Start with that, breathing long and slow. Next step, use your diaphragm to breathe. How do you know you're using your diaphragm? Well, your shoulders won't move and your belly will expand to accommodate the breath that's now made it all the way down to the lower lobes of your lungs.
Your mind loves a predictable pattern, so let's overlay breathing long and slow with your diaphragm with a 4 count. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, and repeat this until you notice a calmness within you. Now, if you're not feeling calm and you've done this for at least 30 seconds, slow that breath down. This breathing pattern is called a box breath. Use this box breath as an anchor during turbulent times. And if you're thinking this breathing malarkey is just New Age woo, well, the Navy SEALs and Marines use it to remain calm and stay focused during critical situations. Research on patients with high blood pressure shows that slow breathing can reduce your heart rate and lower blood pressure when it's compared to hypertensive patients who breathe a bit faster. Breathwork's also been studied in relation to its ability to improve asthmatics' quality of life and reduce their reliance on bronchodilators. Breathing through the nose has found to be calming, whereas mouth breathing has no effect, so use your nose when you're doing this breathwork. Cyclic sighing has been found to be even more effective than box breathing at reducing anxiety and promoting calm. The way to do this is to slowly breathe in through your nose until you feel your lungs are full. Then take a second in-breath. Now, this second in-breath will most likely be shorter, with less air breathed in because, well, you're already feeling full. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth until your lungs feel empty, and then repeat the process. Breath in, a top-up breath in, and then a breath out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And you can add an audible sigh on the out-breath if you feel like it. Breathing techniques like the box breath and cyclic sighing can help you to feel calm and more focused, quieting the howling winds within. So it's great to have these self-care options on hand for when you need them. However, the magic happens when you're proactive with your self-care and body awareness practices. Create a daily ritual that's dedicated to stillness and self-reflection. The more consistently you do it, the more you'll crave this oasis of calm. And it's not enough to do this in the morning and again at night and then be tossed about like a boat on the stormy sea throughout the day. Decide now. When will you do those things that will help you to remain vigilant and notice the storm on the horizon? Not sure? Well, here's a suggestion. What if you checked in with your body at least 3 times a day, more if you can manage it? Ask yourself, how am I feeling within myself right now? Then compare it with the feeling you would most like to be guiding your day. For example, ask yourself, if I was to be full of peace within myself right now, what would that feel like? And how does it compare to what I was feeling a moment ago? If you need to, adjust your sails by deciding what you can do right now to be aligned with your inner calm. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.